And the soft sound of a click, and the door slowly cracking open jolts me to my feet. Through the slightly ajar doorway, I can see a very unsure-looking Yuri. For a moment, there's silence between us. A silence that actually feels very, very awkward. Come in. Whereas she looks down, biting her lip. In my mind's eye, I could practically see her receding back behind her shell again. That shell I thought I'd have cracked for good. We're gonna just talk here if you're not comfortable letting me in. Honestly, I'll take whatever we can get at this point. At my words, Yuri nods and slowly swings the door open. I can hardly dare to believe that she's even talking to me again. People sounds ridiculous. Who would internally celebrate talking to their girlfriend again? After everything that's happened, it just goes to show the severity of the situation. So, nervously jam my hands in my pockets. I struggle to get some words out of my mouth. Anything to break this awkward silence. But I don't even know where to start. There's so many things I feel like I should say. The weight of the argument feels like it's weighing everyone's shoulders right now. She's looking at me with an expression both expected and sad. Neither of us know how to make the first move. How have you been? Of course, that was such a stupid question.
I've been okay.
Silence. See. That's good. It's almost laughable. She can't really think I believe she's been okay, right? Oh, and here it comes again, my damn sarcastic side. You're gonna have to make sure you don't accidentally snap at Yuri. Lord knows when next time I'll get to talk to her will be. Little did you know this will be the last time. It's funny how my emotions fluctuate so violently nowadays, especially when it comes to Yuri. From guilt and sadness to anger and frustration. My mind's just scrambles as our fight. Sorry, I'm just trying to figure out what to say. There's just so much we have to talk about, I don't even know how to start.
Same here.
Yeah. Come on, Greg, just talk to her. I just wish you could go back in time to how it used to be. Yuri, I miss being with you, and I'm so worried about you. Those happy times we just chit-chat, giggle over nothing. I give anything to go back to those times.
Well, at least you still have Sayori to do all that with.
Sayori, why are you bringing her to this? She's totally irrelevant to what's been going on between us.
Sorry, I'm just what I meant to say. Yuri yawns. What I meant to say was, regardless of what happens, you will always be able to turn to her.
Yuri, I feel like you've already made up your mind about this. It seems as though you've resigned yourself to never changing, just breaking up. Please tell me I'm wrong.
It's hard to talk about these matters.
I know it's hard. You think I don't know that. But if we want to fix things, we have to talk.
I know.
If you know, then why have you been ignoring me for an entire week? Despite my best efforts to remain calm, I can feel my temper flaring up again. I just wanted to talk to you to somehow solve our problems together. But how am I supposed to do that if you don't communicate with me? Our relationship can't be saved, it's just me working on it. How do you think it makes me feel? Look, I know you have problems that are probably outside the realm of my comprehension. I handle sarcasm because it's unwillingly creeping into my words. But all this stuff is seriously affecting my own mental health, too. My feelings are invalidated because you may have more difficult problems to deal with, right?
I never said.
Yes, you might not intend to, but sometimes I feel like implications like that weigh down on me. So come on, Yuri, if I can talk about these things that I've never told you before, why can't you? Okay, I know that you're probably unsure what to say first, so how about we start with the argument? Could you tell me your side of it? Did I say that upset you so much? I feel like I'm being too aggressive now, but I can't help it. It's as though I have to get answers out of her while I still can.
You wouldn't understand.
Have you not been listening to a thing I've said? How am I supposed to understand if you're not helping me to see your perspective?
Greg.
She looks down, fiddling with a strand of hair.
I can't.
You what?
I can't deal with all this right now.
What are you talking about?
If you can't even understand this, how am I supposed to explain why the things you said were hurtful?
And again, with the lack of communication.
Have you even heard yourself? Do you know how much you've been pushing me in this conversation?
Look, sorry for being kind of blunt right now. But what else am I supposed to do? I've already tried giving you space and playing the good cop, so you can't blame me for trying to be more assertive this time.
I wouldn't call this being assertive.
No? Then what would you call this, huh? Just forget about social constraints and politeness for a moment. Even if your honest feelings are gonna hurt me, I want to hear them.
If you believe politeness is the only thing stopping me from talking, then you must not know me as well as you thought.
Huh.
But that is besides the point.
Okay, but I'm serious when I say that you can lay it on me.
Greg.
Just tell me what you're thinking already.
Can you stop attacking me for 1 second?
Attacking? I'm sorry if it feels like I'm attacking you, but it's the only thing that seems to have worked so far. What do you want me to do then? Not say anything?
I want you to do what you had been doing all along. That is, until our argument.
But I clearly didn't make too big of a difference acting that way. All this time I'm trying to gently nag at you to open up and go to therapy and to actually do something to fix your problems. But look at where we are now.
So, now you finally show your true face.
What?
I should have known that no one could be that kind and patient towards me. All this time, you've just been a fair-weather friend. Or should I say boyfriend.
Are you on about now?
You can't handle our relationship unless everything is happy. Back then, you'd let me believe that you'd support me no matter what. Even when you knew that I was getting bullied. Even when you found out how much of a freak I am. Everything was just a lie, I guess. All you want to do is dump me at the therapist's office to cure me.
That's totally not what I was trying to say at all. And are you just good for everything I've done out of love for you? God, here comes this part. I've helped you do things like deliver books at school countless times. Well, this did happen, the good ending, but no, this didn't happen here at all. I'm gonna encourage you to become better friends with Natsuki, not to mention all the times to help you talk to cashiers and strangers, like, yeah. Oh, don't forget, bro! The fuck?
Good reason, beloved. For good reason.
Oh, and heck, every single time I try to support you and have your back, even during times when you were wrong. I sit beside you thick and thin, I've had to think of dozens of pep talks on the spot. Like, dude, just listen to yourself.
Right?
All that just to help you feel better about everything. Yuri looks down, unable to meet my eyes anymore. Some emotion, guilt maybe, or shame clouds the violet of her irises. And about all my talk of therapy. Well, what else am I meant to do here? Do you really think self-harm is something I'm experienced with? I only found out about your scars by accident. You haven't told the other girls or your parents, so...
Greg, do not talk about my parents!
It's kind of scary how I can almost tangibly feel Yuri's mood spike from bleak distress to anger. Still, I can't seem to stop myself from pressing on. Why not? Don't forget, I comforted you about that too. And you know what? If you didn't communicate with them, if they couldn't even help you, how am I supposed to do that?
You know nothing about the relationship I had with them.
You know, you're right. I'm starting to believe that I don't know much about you either. I need to know why argument happened in the first place, or how this conversation turned into another argument. Scorn laces her voices as she snaps back at me.
You know some of my darkest secrets, yet you're still insistent on insisting you know nothing about me?
Yeah, I am, because apparently nothing's changed since the very beginning. Our relationship is stagnant, all your problems are still running rampant, our communication's in shambles. We're supposed to be talking about all this because it leads to solutions, or at least it's meant to do that. Take your self-harm. What would be your solution to that?
If you say therapy...
Yeah, it is therapy. But surprise, surprise, you don't want to try it.
Therapy isn't the magical fix that your naive, idealistic viewpoint leads you to think... Second take. Therapy isn't the magical fix that your naive, idealistic viewpoint leads you to think it is, Greg.
Trying to push you for the better, Yuri. This is why we're never gonna fix our problems. In fact, that's probably why you've been having fights lately. You barely talk about what's bothering you until it's way too late. You've adopted the worst way of dealing with issues and you just blatantly refuse to try a different method. How are you ever going to get better? Do you even want to get better? I'm starting to think you don't. You may not like it, but you're gonna have to do stuff you don't like if you want to change. You can't stay a coddled little girl forever. When are you gonna grow up and realize this? Very hurtful there, dude.
Mm-hmm.
There's a moment of silence for a moment, then suddenly tears begin leaking out of Yuri's eyes. But despite the tears, there's a quiet fury in her voice.
You're not going to be the one to fix me.
She clenches her fists. Her hands tighten into fists, digging her fingernails in her palms harder to turn her nails white.
Relationships aren't a cure-all. And it's about time you got that through your fucking head.
For a moment, I'm stunned into silence. I've never heard Yuri swear before. The magnitude, the intensity behind her words makes me realize just how serious this situation really is.
And if you think that, you're even more of an idiot than I thought.
Without waiting for my reaction, she slams the door in my face with surprising force. However, not even a loud slam of the door breaks me out of my stupor. As I stand numbly in the doorstep, away from my senses, slowly turn to hopelessness as the situation sinks in. I stare at the door, not even try to fight out the waves of despair coursing through me. How's the impossible things got even worse? How's it possible I'm once again separated from you by a physical barrier? Smooth brown hue at the door taunts me. The more I miserably stare at it, the more it feels like some sort of impenetrable fortress. Shock being thrown out here near a square, which blunts the anger of feeling is quick ebbing away, leaving only resentment in its wake. Yeah, that's right. Just close the door on me because that'll really fix your problems, won't it? Bang fiercely, the door opens up, but this time there's complete silence. A silence that contrasts huge against the whirlwind in my head. It's almost funny how someone so eloquent and expressive with language so god-awful communicating, you know. It'd be funny if it weren't so sad. One last bang at the door, turn my heel and leave. Despite the sadistic part, I join the verbal. Whoop. Despite a sadistic part of me enjoying the verbal fury I just threw at her, there's no denying the bitter aftertaste of my words. Well, there's no point staying here. With an annoyed sigh, I remember that I'm meant to be at school, which means home is a no-go for now. I guess I'll have to kill some time. Why I chose this particular order. My feet have been guiding me. My brain just followed along as if we're on autopilot.
We're gonna zoom past this particular portion.
Yeah. No point to going back to this again.
I have a few reasons. We're just gonna beeline straight to the ending. Which
Won't be too long.
yeah, I think they have one last conversation, I believe.
Yeah, everything leads up to the Yuri's death. There's
Spoilers for those of you that haven't seen it. Sorry, I tried.
If you've seen other bad endings in Blue Skies, you pretty much know what happens in all of them.
I mean, yeah, bad things.
You've seen one bad ending, then you know the same thing
Yeah.
happens to the others.
Right.
Yes, the text message where it reveals everything you should have done differently.
Right. Sinner. You're fine, sweetheart. You're fine.
Okay. Bon Bon says that all the time.
Well, yeah, because it's a Pink Eyes reference, and Pink Eyes is great.
So what we're about to see here, though, is anything but tragic.
But it's the only way I feel like I can actually talk to you now. Despair! And besides, I know you don't want to see me anymore, and even getting this out proved to be extremely difficult, so please forgive me. I'm so sorry. Please forgive me.
So yes, everything in that text message, guys, basically told you what you should have done differently to achieve the good ending. The fuck? For a few moments, I just stared dumbly at my phone as my brain tries to process such a damning text. Part of me feels like it's on fire. Mentally, my mind feels like it's going at 1 billion miles an hour. Yeah, another part feels completely frozen. How am I? What am I meant to? What? Where do I even start? And help only if she asks you to help. Finally, my hands start shooting response back. What I'm typing, though, is beyond me. It's almost as if there's a disconnect between my brain and my fingers. Yuri, you're scaring me. Please, it's not like that at all. I still want to see you. I still want to fix stuff between us. Please believe me. Please let me just talk to you. Agonizingly slow moments pass by without a response. I waste no time ringing her, but of course, nothing. Do. Say, alright. Oh, we're skipping this part to get to the actual finale. Oh, basically trying to find the teacher, trying to find Yuri. Oh dear. Pure panic, abandonment, pure panic. Come on! Nothing but the damning sound of the dial tone, droning on and on. I don't care if they break down our damn front door, I'm going. Before even able to approach the door, I hear a sound that I've been yearning to hear for too. It was like a very, very long time. In a flash, my phone was whipped out and answered. Yuri? I read your text. Please just let me in. I'm outside your house and... My voice dies down here, sobbing coming from the other end.
I miss them so much.
You're calm down. Just talk to me. What?
I'm scared. I'm scared. Greg Greg, what have I done? I don't think, I don't know if these would heal.
You're scaring me. Yuri, you're really scaring me. Are you home? Please just open the door. I'm right outside.
I can't. I wasn't thinking. I wasn't thinking. I didn't mean to. I'm so scared. It isn't meant to hurt like this. It isn't meant to hurt like this. I just want to see them again.
Yuri? Yuri! Hold on, Yuri. I'm hanging up just a second, calling the ambulance, but I'm calling back right after. Hang on, okay?
I didn't mean to. Greg, I'm scared. Greg. No answer. I slowly released my grip on the phone and let it fall with a thump on the floor. It's warm and wet on the carpet. How am I supposed to clean this up? I've never had to clean up this much blood before. Mom, Dad, I'm sorry. It was always okay before. How did it turn out this way this time? It's too deep this time. I'm so scared. Mom, Dad, help me. Please. From a far away distance, a irritating tinny tune rings and rings. There's red all over my arms and legs. Please. Please. Anyone. This is all my fault. Mom. Help. I need you. Dad. I'm all alone. Slowly, the noises are fading. Banging at the door, ringing, singing in my arms. Noises are fading. Voices are fading.